Oi, you there? Still wearing rags and swinging sticks in Act 1? Not today, because today I'm going to show you how to become an Act 1 demigod in Baldur's Gate 3, using legit strats, absolute cheese, and maybe a sprinkle of war crimes. We're talking endgame loot before you even hit Moonrise. Fighter mains, you're eating good tonight. Let's get started. To kick things off, the Titan String Bow. Arguably the best bow in the game, and yes, you can get it in Act 1, legitimately. First things first, you need to find the Zent caravan, getting mauled by gnolls. Don't help, you're not a hero, you're here for the loot. Sneak in through the back entrance using Enhanced Leap and then a little bit of stealth. Snatch the chest and fast travel away like a rat with a diamond. No one even saw you. Next stop, Wookie's Rest. We're going to jump up the building and sneak inside. There is a crate with a key, so make sure you pick that up and grab it. And then you're going to unlock the hidden door behind the wardrobe inside the burned house. You need to persuade Zaris here, so try and pass your persuasion check, intimidation check, whatever, and then Misty step over to her and hand her the chest. Now, what you can do is just buy the bow from Brem at this point. Or you could do what I do. Dip your current bow in the fire pit right next to Zaris, and then push Zaris off the cliff, and then quickly control-click the smoke powder barrel below to send everyone else into the afterlife. Boom. XP and loot. Brem's body, now holding our favourite new toy. Not even a cheese, really, just peak stealth archer efficiency. Great for stealth archers, and also any build that uses strength as their main, because a Titan String Bow adds your strength modifier to all damage. Amazing. So the next item here is a bonus item. It's not broken, but it is bloody useful. The Smuggler's Ring boosts our sleight of hand and stealth. We can find it on a skeleton in the bush along the river by the Risen Road. Equip it and go nuts pickpocketing Volo every long rest for scrolls, gold, and the usual. Best part, he never learns. Gotta love amnesia. So before we go into the next few items, which are definitely massive cheeses and exploits, I just want to say, please subscribe. Only 14.7% of you are subscribed to the channel, and we're trying to hit 10k subscribers by the end of the year. I know it's a huge ask, and I know it's a huge milestone, but please, if you haven't already, just click like and subscribe on the video and get this seen to as many people as possible. Anyway, let's get back into the video and see the most cheesiest, stupidest strats to make you a demigod by Act 1. Now, let's get spicy. The Silver Sword of the Astral Plains, wielded by Kithrak Voss himself, the Githyanki lad near the mountain pass. This one is a cheese, but trust me, it's fine dining. What you'll need, originally, is an invisibility potion, which you can buy really early on from Auntie Ethel in the Grove. You can also buy a Hill Giant Elixir as well, and also recommend buying that because it's going to help with your strength checks. And one of the two builds that you're going to have to be able to do this on is either a Beastmaster level 5 with the bear for an easy disarm. Trust me, this way it makes getting the sword so much safer and easier because the bear doesn't have a saving throw for his disarm. Or you could do what I did and go for a Battlemaster fighter with disarming strike. I went with the Battlemaster in a solo honor mode run because, yeah, I'm an idiot and also didn't really want to get to level 5. But yeah. Anyway, what you want to do is head over to Wookie's Rest, trigger the first cutscene, the one where you see what's going on down below, not talking to them, and then invis up. You're going to also have your Hill Giant Elixir active as well for the 21 strength, and then sneak over to Voss. What you're going to do is you're going to improvise weapon and click Voss. You're going to drag him all the way across as far as you can walk, basically kidnapping him. As you're walking, you're going to fast travel to Emerald Grove whilst holding him, and that means he's going to fast travel with you. So now, he's just chilling there. Sneak behind him and use Disarming Strike. If it works, boom, you've got the sword. If not, reload and try again. Unless you're on honor mode, which is exactly what I did, and which in my case, good luck, mate. I had a 28.5% chance to succeed, and I did nail it first try. Go and watch that stream. Honestly, it is a blast. I completed most of the stuff in Act 1 quite quickly, doing these strats from this video. But yeah, definitely go and watch the stream. It is a great time, a lot of fun, and there's some stupid stuff that happened. But yeah, definitely recommend it. Next up is the Helldusk Armour. Yes, the legendary heavy armour, usually locked behind late game in a boss fight against Raphael. But we're getting it before we even hit Act 2. Here's how to absolutely scuff Raphael's schedule and rob him blind. Potentially breaking him later on, but doesn't matter. Normally, Raphael shows up after you leave the grove for the first time after speaking to Nettie. But we're going to break that. We're going to head over to where the guidance amulet is, just south of the grove. So we're going to jump up the cliffs, and before we climb the ladder, we're going to toss a caustic bulb. And I think Alchemist Fire also does work, but stick with the caustic bulb is the best way of doing it. Now we're going to climb up. What happens is Raphael will spawn in and immediately take damage. Even 1 HP is enough, and that will skip the whole scene. He poofs away without a word, like your dad is going out for milk. Why is this important? Because now he doesn't appear until going into Act 1.5, going into the area where you can get to Moonrise Towers. And more crucially, he shows up at your camp, where we can cheese him in peace. Right, so now we need to prep for the non-lethal assassination. What we'll need is silence, either from a scroll or respecking one of our party members, or our character, if you're doing a solo honor mode run, into a cleric. If you're feeling spicy, respect yourself and keep silence as an option on hand. But why silence? Because Raphael loves talking to you mid-fight. We don't want that. What we want is him quiet, confused, and alone. So once we've entered the camp, Raphael is going to show up. He's friendly and doesn't suspect anything. This is when we strike. So what we're going to do is we're going to toggle non-lethal mode and cast silence on both ourselves and on Raphael. So it won't work if we're killing him. You have to have non-lethal mode on, which works perfectly for loot purposes anyway. So trust me, we're going full on Batman. So as I say, cast silence over the area with both Raphael and ourselves in, then walk into the silence bubble and start swinging. Might take a while, but he won't react, he won't escape, and because he's friendly, it won't even initiate turn-based combat.
Help me! Help me!
As long as no one leaves silence or silence doesn't wear off, this is completely safe. When he drops unconscious, loot him immediately, and we'll get the Helldusk Armour, a legendary set with insane stats and resistances, and just the right amount of Hellspawn energy. And the best part, we did this before even getting to Moonrise Towers, or the Shadow Curse lands. So basically we haven't even touched Act 2 content at this point. Now this is what I call a speedrunner's payday. Not only that, we're going to get a huge amount of experience, pretty much leveling us up, which is just absolutely fantastic for, I guess, solo honor mode runs. And the best part about this as well is it could be done on pretty much every single run, as long as you have silence. It is the best way to get this armor. I will caveat this though with potentially saying it might break Raphael later on in the game. I don't think it does, but it might break your game. Need gold? Of course we all do. And this one is about as busted as it gets. So to start off, be a level 1 Hexblade Warlock. That's it. Pick your most expensive weapon, find it as your hex weapon, and then equip it. Then what you want to do is head to any vendor that you want, move a random weapon into the trade box, make sure you're on bottom mode, then swap with your bound hex weapon that you have equipped. Suddenly, your side of the trade is worth thousands because the weapon doesn't disappear. It isn't sold. What you can do is take the gold, their items, their mum's jewelry, and then what you could do afterwards, if you want to, is respec or level up to refresh the inventory, and then repeat for capitalism at its finest. And that is how to become a demigod during Act 1 of Baldur's Gate 3. Thank you everyone for watching, and if you want to see more of these videos, do let me know down in the comments below. And as always, thank you all for watching. stay tuned for more Baldur's Gate 3 content and live streams. Go check out the live streams as well when you get a chance. They are a hell of a lot of fun. And also just want to say a huge shout out to RPG Cheese for being on the stream and teaching me and telling me about all of these cool cheeses and exploits. Wouldn't have been making this video or doing a live stream without him. But yeah, go subscribe to RPG Cheese and also stay tuned for more. See you in the next video. Bye.